The book Devices and Desires said, by 1900, most cities had carved out red light districts for prostitutes, accepting sex for hire in designated areas. Because of the acceptance of sex coming up in the past years, children ages 16 years and younger are more likely to have already interacted and had sex with someone of some type of form. And this is one of the reasons that doctors should be able to prescribe contraceptives to children or women 16 years and younger. Everyone wants to keep their children safe, no matter if you believe that contraceptives should be able to be sold to women 16 years and younger or not. You want your children to be safe. That is something that they have in common. And the safest way that I believe to keep them safe is going to be to allow them to receive contraceptives. So this chart from Washington University shows that 3 in 10 teens become pregnant each year in the United States. That's 30% of all teens. 1 in 4 teens who get pregnant have an abortion. The teen birth cost is approximately $10 billion annually in public assistance, health care, and lost income. Having children also brings a financial burden upon the new mother, which is also going to be a problem for them. So this chart is showing us from the New York Times, although teenage pregnancies and birth rates in the United States have been declining steadily since 1990, the nation still leads the developed world in these challenging statistics. And the reason that these birth rates are going down in these young women are because now we have sex ed in schools. And this is good, but the sex ed focuses more on transmitted diseases through sexual contact more than if you become pregnant. And although they give condoms are not the safest way to stop pregnancy. They are the safest way to stop sexually transmitted diseases. And this chart is showing that the pregnancy rate since 93 to 2011 has went down, and then you see that this is the amount that actually gets birthed, and then these are the ones that have an abortion. So the ones in between are the ones, that have died. So an effect and risk of teenage pregnancy is education interruption. So we see from the World Health Organization, pregnancy and childbirth complications are the leading cause of death among 15 to 19-year-old girls globally. So there are maternal mortality, premature birth, stillbirth, and health risks that come from teenage pregnancies. And if it would be for the contraceptives that we would allow the doctors to give to these teenagers, we wouldn't be having all of these problems. The New York Times also said 82% of teen pregnancies and births are unplanned and nearly always unwanted. They often disrupt a girl's education and life goals and sometimes result in shotgun marriages with poor long-term survival. So in this, there's a debate on debate.org. 83% of the people that participated said yes, that doctors should be able to give teenage girls 16 years and younger contraceptives, and 17% said no. So this was one of the comments that somebody had put that participated in this survey, and said hormonal birth control is about more than preventing pregnancy. As a woman who has been on the pill since I was 14, I understand the need for women and girls to have access to contraceptives. Without hormonal birth control, I and other women and girls like me would have to miss almost a week of school work a month because of heavy flow and pain issues. In my case, being on birth control did not lead me to being sexually active, and I doubt it would be a deciding factor in other girls' decisions to become sexually active. So because I'm a girl and I understand these problems that can happen because of birth control, because of their period. If you're on birth control, you have less acne, your period's not as heavy, and you don't have as many cramps and things like that. So this is just showing us that birth control is used for more than just preventing pregnancy. So all of these reasons are reasons that I believe that doctors should be able to prescribe teenagers 16 years and younger birth control or other types of contraceptives.